There are advantages with starting again. A clean slate, a fresh start. My return to running started with a 3-week block. As unexciting as it is for a YouTube video, there's no epic training sessions, no I ran this far or no training type of stories. Instead, we take a slow approach to building fitness. I'll take you through how, why, and the result. I kept a heart rate cap on all of my runs. I aim not to exceed 135 beats per minute. This was to ensure I stayed well within easy. My cardiologist had warned me I was likely to have lost more fitness than expected in the 10 weeks off. He was right. Turns out this happens to people from COVID, or some people from COVID. The reasons why aren't understood, but a recent study is suggestive there may be problems in the muscle's mitochondria, causing issues with fat metabolism and altered lactate production. Whatever the reason, I definitely felt unfit. And many of my runs included a lot of walking just to keep the intensity under control. And I built these up to an hour over the 3 weeks. A little bit hard on the ego to accept that walking pace was often the very comfortable running pace that I used to have. But we train where we are, for where we want to be. I also mixed in some strength training. About every 5 days, I did a strengthening session that lasted around 40 minutes. I also took the odd day off when I felt tired. Eventually, I became used to moving again. Then I took a few days away camping with the kids. And there's a video about that, if you're interested. Returning from camping, I hit the next stage, and in this part, I ignored my heart rate. I based my intensity off how I felt. Easy meant breathing felt well under control most of the time. I also wanted my running to feel good, so I wasn't overly concerned with staying under any set threshold. Rather than forcing the intensity down, I let my runs feel natural. At first, my breathing spiked, but over a few days, that settled back down. But do note, I never pushed any run hard. Over the next 4 weeks, I built my runs up to 90 minutes, and they felt better and better. And I asked, can I push the training harder? I know that I can, but there's a lot of risk there. Given what's happened over this last year, I don't trust my body to handle the training right on the edge, to force that fitness up as fast as it will go. Instead, I'm training at a level that should still see progress, even if that progress is slow. So far, I have seen improvement every week. If we look into the fitness graphs on intervals.icu, you can see exactly this. So the purple line is listed as fatigue. It may also be considered training load. As you can see, it wiggles up and down, has a dip when we went camping, but overall, there's a gradual increase over the 7 weeks. If we look at the blue line here, that line represents fitness. There's a gradual increase in this line over the same time period. We can look at this another way. I went from 40-minute runs at around 8 minutes per kilometre to 90-minute runs at 6:15 per kilometre. Nothing spectacular, but if I can maintain this trend over a long period of time, well, how far can we take it? At the end of the 7 weeks, I decided to test my fitness at a 5-kilometre race, my local park run, the Diamond Creek Park Run, to see how fast or slow I was. 21 minutes flat for the 5K, which is my slowest 5-kilometre race, but at least it's a reference point. One great thing about starting out again, despite feeling slow, well maybe it is because I feel slow, is I don't have that self-imposed pressure on having to be faster, having to push right on the limit over and over. And you know what? I'm enjoying my running a lot more. Keep on running.